Okay, welcome back to the channel. Listen, if I got you here recently because of the Clarissa Shields videos and things like that, thank you for subscribing. We're gonna be talking about Clarissa Shields, Hitchens, all of those fighters, and also my fighters from my island, Puerto Rican fighters. So right now we're gonna talk about Subriel Matias. If you remember Subriel Matias, he fought recently in Madison Square Garden and got unfortunately knocked out by Dalton Smith, and Dalton Smith is fighting Alberto Puello for the WBC title, I believe, in the UK. Now, entonces, ¿qué es el colmo? What's going on now? Well, it seems like the rumors are he's going up maybe to 147, and he was made a sort of, you would say, offer to fight a prospect from the UK. And who would that prospect be? We're going to tell you right here. We're going to take a look at one of his fights, and we're going to break down a little bit of the record of that fighter, and who he is. But first, again, if you're new here, please, thank you for stopping in. If you're a new subscriber that just came in recently from the videos, I really appreciate it. Stay tuned, stay with this channel. We're going to keep growing it. So let's talk about it. It's Adam Azim. Okay, so who is Adam Azim? Adam Azim is a super lightweight, right? Super lightweight contender. He's fought Claggett, Scobie, Lipinets, Davies, Paulson. Those guys, the last two guys, are more from the UK. So I don't expect you to know them, but we know who Lipinets is. Scobie was undefeated when he fought. Well, actually, he had one loss when he fought him. Lipinets, we know who that guy is. He's a little bit, long in the tooth for Azim, but that was a good test. And then Claggett's a rough, rugged guy who has fought some nice names. Entonces, tú sabes that he's not a throwaway guy. He's a guy now he's like a journeyman, a doorman. Yes, you put him in front of somebody to see how good they are. So, he fought Teofimo Lopez, Barraza, Madueño, Alberto Machado, those kind of guys. He has a lot of experience. So it seems like they want Subriel Matías. What does that mean? Well, if he says at 140, 147, you put a guy like Adam Azim, who's 24 years old, but tiene 24 años, against Subriel Matías, because you're probably thinking Subriel Matías no longer has in the tank or in his repertoire what he did once before. Entonces, so you were willing that he probably will be a good test for Adam. You're thinking, okay, he's going to put a little bit of pressure, maybe put a little fear in Adam's heart. Let's see what Adam's, because of the reputation that Subriel Matías has had in the past, and you put him against him, right? And you wonder, okay, let's see how our charge does. We are offering the money for you to come to the UK. We want you to fight here. And that's because they believe that Adam can win, not because Matias is in his prime, but because he's past it. But they believe has enough in the tank to give Azim some testing here and there and see where they're going to move this prospect. And I mean, are they wrong? I'm not saying they're wrong. I think there's a couple problems with this, right? There's a couple problems. Problem number one is que Subriel Matías perdió. He lost his last fight, and he lost it by knockout, and it was a nasty knockout, right? Now, we could sit here all day and say that he was about to beat Dalton Smith. Okay, he might have. But he didn't. He got knocked out pretty ugly. Entonces, ¿qué vamos a decir? Now, we have to wait and see what version of Subriel Matías is going to come back. We don't know yet. And Adam Azim poses another problem. He's younger by almost 10 years, if not 10 years. He's a tall guy, lanky, likes to fight at the inside, just like Subriel Matías. He has an educated inside game where he likes to throw the forearm out, keeps you on the edge of his punches. That could be a big problem for Subriel Matías. And now I want to see how that chin is holding up. But before we even give that, because that fight hasn't been announced, it doesn't say if Fresh Promotions has accepted the fight. But let's look at Adam Azim. Who is he? Let's take a look at it now, right? Let's take a look at that guy now, right? Let's see, in fact, who he is. Now, let me show you something. Okay, this is what I mean. Adam Azim is look how, guys, look how tall. Now, this is Claggett, right? Claggett fights a little bit like Subriel Matías. Guys, I'm not saying he's Subriel Matías or on the same level, but he shows some mirroring of the style that Matias will bring into the ring at this point in time. But so let's take a quick, keep looking. Watch this. Boom, from the outside, right? You already saw that. Now watch Azim. Okay, he's gonna, let's go. Hold the guy off. Boom. He's coming in with his head. Good jab by Claggett. You see Azim now measuring with the jab. Another good jab by Claggett. That's one thing that Subriel Matias doesn't have. Is the educated jab, fast flickering, keeping the head, keeping him off balance. He has a very probing, slow kind of jab. He just wants to do enough to get in close and bang the body and rip the uppercuts into the body, right? So it's not like Claggett's. It's not as fast as Claggett's. Let's keep looking. Boom. See how Claggett's jab just kind of keeps him going? But look. Azim, see, okay, you see that form? That's the form that I'm talking about. That's the form that I'm saying that Azim has, that's educated. Like if he doesn't want you on the inside, he doesn't push away. He kind of turns you with that that forearm, right? To put you what he wants you to then turn around, right? Which is very educated. Like that's pretty cool that he keeps doing that. Watch, see, look, see that? Look, boom, stuck the little uppercut in the inside, boom, downstairs. You know what I'm saying? Look, yeah, boom, and it's straight with the right hand. Going backwards, he's gonna turn him with that forearm again. Watch, boom, turns with the forearm. Back outside, turns him with the forearm. That's the fight. You see how what I'm saying? Like Claggett kind of mirrors a poor man's Subriel Matías, but at this point, is Matias more Claggett than Matias, right? And you see how Azim loves to turn him with that forearm, right? Because he's coming inside and he's like, okay, you're gonna go inside. I'm gonna turn you and I'm gonna hit you with the uppercuts and I'm gonna step outside and back up and hit you with the jab again, and make you reset. Watch. Every time he get look. Every time Lipinets is close, and watch. Bang. And Lipinets is not doing a bad job with the jab, trying to sneak uppercuts up the middle. Boom, boom. Quick little hand speed. That's another thing. He has hand speed. He has the length, the reach, the hand speed. Good uppercut by Azim. You see what I'm saying? So I think that this might be a mistake by Subriel Matías a little bit, right? But let's keep looking. Already the nose is busted up again, and that's another thing. Matias now swells a little bit faster. He has more damage to his face. He'll swell a little faster. And but Matias, he's not gonna back up. He's just gonna keep going forward. He's not gonna believe that he's past his prime, right? You gotta make him believe that shit. So let's go. Mira. But this is how I believe that fight can go. It can mirror this fight right here. You know what I mean? And Matias doesn't have as much head movement even as Claggett is showing right now. He's not as twitchy as Claggett is showing right now, if you can believe that. Boom. Claggett, dips to the side, dips to the body. Good angle with the uppercut right there. You see what I'm saying? He's fast, but look, Claggett gets, so he is hittable. Azim is hittable. He's getting hit by Claggett, you know what I mean? Like right up the middle. Working. Boom, probing jab by Azim. Overhead misses by Claggett. Bang. Boom. Right. Oh my God. That right hand is vicious. Leaking. Claggett is leaking. Boom. Left hook. Pushes over the forearm. Downstairs. Missed with that one. Claggett gets a sneaky little uppercut in there. Works the combination, Claggett. Now, like I said, this could be the same fight. Oh, hold on. Let's see that. I missed that. Hold on. Boom. Got him hurt. Oh. See what I'm saying? There you go. Now, again, Claggett is not Subriel Matías. But what Subriel Matías is going to show up, we don't know yet. Let me see. Let's go on here. Bang, 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 bang. Bang. Oh my God. Now, you see he's a finisher. Once he gets him in trouble, that's a good stoppage. That's a good stoppage. Now, here's the thing. There's only one reason why a team Matias would take this fight in the UK. Es una cosa solamente. La bolsa. The bag. It has to be a really nice bag for him to go up. Out to the UK. Risk losing to a young upstart prospect in his hometown. It has to be for the bag. Because if it wasn't for the bag, that's a high-risk fight. It's a high-risk fight. I'm not saying that Matias, if the old Matias still shows up, I think he can win, absolutely. Because you saw there's advantages there with Claggett going up the middle, bang, bang, bang. You know what I mean? He can catch him. But if he's off a step, Azim is going to push off, jab, boom, boom, throw upstairs and downstairs and keep him moving and turning him. And he's going to end up hurting Subriel Matías if his chin is not holding up. I think there's a chance that Matias wins, but I think what I've seen from Matias in the last fight, and if that's a shell of himself, and he's already in his 30s, Matias can't keep doing that forever. Entonces, what are we gonna do, right? So I'm saying, if the old Matias shows up, he can definitely win. But I'm still skeptical. But I think that Azim's team sees something in Matias and says, I think this guy might be now over the hill enough for us to take advantage of, and I think they're gonna offer enough money. Now, if Subriel beats him, he's right back in the title hunt, right back, no questions asked. So it could be a good payday, and if he were to win in good fashion, puts him right back into a big fight. But anyway, guys, let me know comment below. What do you think about this fight? Do you think that this fight, one, makes it through the finish line and gets signed? Two, if it does, who do you got? Let me know comment down below, guys, and see you next video. And I'm out. Peace.